Welcome to your first look, brought to you by 60 Helmets. It's round 7 of Monster Energy AMA Supercross here in Arlington, Texas. Behind me, it's Jerry's World, and we're all just living in it this weekend for the 7th round of the series. And what a fun time to get back to racing after a weekend off for the series. Jet Lawrence leads the 450 standings, and we're also going back racing with the 250 Supercross East Championship after Austin Faulkner won the opening round in Detroit a couple weeks ago. A lot of storylines from press day here today. We talked to Chase as well, who is still nursing an injury. He had a little crash before Glendale. Says he's not 100%, but is getting there. And we got to see what the track looked like out there. It's a pretty gnarly racetrack as well today, and a couple storylines as well to hit on. The Moto Concepts team is running 450 class this weekend for all of their riders, including Carson Mumford and Mitchell Oldenburg joining Vince Freeze in the 450 class. So we talked to Mumford about that switch as well, and a couple other guys here on press day. So let's catch up with them. Of course, it's all brought to you by 60 Helmets. 60 Helmets is dedicated to the relentless pursuit of brain protection. 60's patented Omni-Directional Suspension technology provides protection capabilities unmatched by any other helmet design. All right, Chase Sexton, I don't think there's any person more looking forward to an off weekend after your crash before Glendale. So just take me through kind of, how that off weekend went for you.
Yeah, it was pretty boring. I didn't do much. I was obviously off the bike training like normal or even a little bit more. No riding though. Didn't ride for 12 days. So obviously nice to have a little bit of a break and let my hand rest, but I was itching to get back on the bike and back racing. So the hand it's better. It's not 100%, but it's getting closer and closer, and looking forward to doing some racing here in Texas. I love this state. I grew up riding here a lot when I was younger, and it feels good to be back.
Yeah. When you have an injury like that, obviously you still got 9th in Glendale, so things went fairly okay even with the injury. How much percentage-wise do you think that takes off of you each, lap that you go around?
And honestly, my hand was weak and I couldn't do things. It was kind of like I was limited right away. It's not like I was able to ride hard and then it kind of just went away. I was kind of limited from the get-go, but in the main event, I actually got arm pump in my right arm because I was hanging on so tight with my opposite arm, which is not what I was expecting. But it was what it was, and I was able to salvage some points. I was actually at a point there in the race, I was riding pretty good, and then I got arm pump and I was done. So,
is this one that you look forward to because it's got a little bit of that kind of SoCal feel?
Yeah. You could see I was liking Glendale a couple weeks ago with that hard pack base. So, California, born and raised, so you're kind of used to that concrete base, and Dallas kind of provides that later in the night. So, usually ruddy in practice, and then it breaks down, and then eventually gets that hard base. So, always look forward to this race. Best dirt, I say some of the best dirt on the circuit. The stadium's unreal, and always good vibes here.
Yeah. All right, Carson Mumford, Arlington 450. When did this come about, and how long have you guys had on the bike?
We talked about it at the beginning of the season. Okay. We just thought maybe if the time was right, we'd try it, just for fun, kind of. Been on it for a few weeks, and I feel good. It's really fun to ride and everything, but it's going to be a lot different, I think, with just hay bales on the track and being a little bit tighter. The practice track, you can always get away with stuff a little bit easier. But, I'm looking forward to it. I rode pretty good this week on it, so I'm happy.
What kind of expectations are you putting on yourself then?
I don't know. I've never really raced these guys. Yeah. It's kind of like when you turn pro and you hadn't raced those guys, you don't really know where you stack up. It's kind of the same deal. Obviously, Oldenburg, I race him all the time, and he's racing too. So if I can just be around him, I'll know I rode good. I'd obviously like to make the main and just do solid laps and kind of use it as a training tool for the 250 class. I feel like I was struggling in the 250 class as far as consecutive laps. So obviously the 450 class is more. So if I can get away with a good night and solid laps, I'll be happy.
How did you kind of treat the off weeks, I guess, in between?
I treated it as keep it chill, but work on the stuff that we suck at. And I definitely sucked at jumping whoops. Okay. So I worked on that. But no, in all seriousness, we kind of just stuck to our regular plan and kept it light, but kept the intensity high, and just, look forward to doing the same thing here.
Yeah. You've obviously ran up front a few times before in your career, but were there things that you learned from running off, right off the podium 3 weeks ago that you're going to take into this round?
A half a second a lap definitely adds up. I learned that. But I was very proud of my riding in Detroit, and I just want to carry that over into here in Arlington, and just try to stay a little bit lower over the jumps. I think that's where literally my turns were good. It was just I was getting too much height, so I don't know. Just have fun with it.
I'm not used to 3 weeks off right after the starter, but it was good. We came into that first round we knew we were in a good spot, but we kind of just had to see, where we were, and we were in a lot better spot than I think we had even thought we were. Obviously, there's some things that we need to get better. I think the biggest thing was maybe just finding a little bit more power, maybe more bottom end. But I mean, for a starter bike first race ever on the brand, like I think we're in a really good spot. And so these 3 weeks, we kind of just put in work, tested some more stuff, and kind of just tried to find a little bit of power before we went back racing. And we got a little bit. So yeah, I mean, I'm stoked. I feel really good on the bike. I feel like I've been riding pretty good. At this point, it's just kind of avoiding the chaos and staying up.
First round out of the way and then a big break. Is that kind of hard to deal with and just like, I guess, reset after the first round?
Yeah, I mean, for me it was good because after the crash, to be honest, I was a little sore in my neck and my back, so it was cool to have a few days off. And I took the first week a little bit relaxed because my body was a little bit painful from the crash. So I train good though, like the next few weeks, and can't wait to be racing tomorrow. To be honest, I feel like we didn't start our season, and pretty excited. We have like a few races in a row, so yeah, can't wait to be racing.
Yeah, I was going to ask. So with the crash at the first round, do you kind of write that off and like this is now your start to the season right here?
I feel like I felt great all day, and unfortunately with the crash in the main event, I couldn't do much. And yeah, I feel like I didn't start my season like the other guys. You know, I'm not alone in that, so I'm pretty excited. The track looks amazing today, so pretty excited to be tomorrow.
Seth Hammaker, first win in this building, so is the vibes high here?
Oh, super high, yeah. We're going in this weekend, so let's go.
What about this place, though, that you actually like, though? Like, dirt-wise, is it pretty good?
Yeah, dirt-wise is really good. It's kind of got, like, it ruts up, but then it also kind of gets a little bit loose, so you can slide the rear in the corners and stuff. But, yeah, overall, this place is just a rad place to come to. But, yeah, glad to be back here, and haven't been here since 2021, since we did that three-race residency, so that week was really good to me.
Yeah, washing round one aside, do you kind of like put that behind you and just go, this is round one now, like we're starting fresh here?
Yeah, it's pretty much all you can do, so here we are, and yeah, just go out there and do what we do.